We will be setting up a D-Link DIR655 wireless router which supports IEEE 802.11 ABGN standards. These are 4 gigabit LAN ports. This is 1 gigabit WAN port. This is the power supply, and we also have a USB port. The router has 3 antennas. Now we will provide power supply to the router. This is the power LED indicating that power is supplied to the router. The status LED which blinks when router is ready. This is the internet LED. This is the Wi-Fi LED. This LED blinks during data transmission. And these 4 LEDs are the LEDs which give information about LAN. Now we will connect the router to the computer on LAN and set it up. We will go to 192.168.0.1 to set up the default access.
Okay, now we're going to set up the router. The username is Edwin and the password is blank. Now we're going to wireless settings. We're going to manually set up the network. Our SSID of our network is test IIITD. We're going to set it to 802.11b. There are different types of securities that we have here, like WEP, WPA, but for the time being we are going with none. The changes now will be saved and a router will be running on 802.11b.
Okay, now so we are going to connect to the test IIITD network. There is our network. Now we are going to see some specifications of the network. We are running on 802.11b. Wi-Fi speed is 11 Mbps.
Now we are going to change our router settings to 802.11g. We are going to again manually set up the network. Our SSID is again test IIITD and our security is none. The changes now will be saved and our router will run on 802.11g.
Okay, now so we are again going to connect to the test IIITD network, but this time on 802.11g. So these are the network specifications, and now we are connected at 54 Mbps.
Okay, now we are going to change our router settings to 802.11n. Our SSID is again test IIITD. We are going to run the N network on 2.4 GHz. Our security is again none. Now these changes will be saved and our router will run on 802.11n.
Okay, now so again we are going to connect to the test IIITD network, this time on 802.11n, 2.5 GHz. There's a network. And it shows 65 Mbps link speed. Now we're going to measure the signal strength of 802.11b. We have the two applications on our phones here that is going to measure the distance and the signal strength. The beep will signify the strength. Now we are going to compare the signal strengths. So we are going to measure the signal strength of 802.11g. There's a router. We have two apps on our phone here that is going to measure the signal strength and the number of and the distance that we have walked. This beep will tell us the strength of the signal.
Difference between 802.11a and 802.11b based on certain factors. 802.11a has higher cost as compared to 802.11b. The former one has shorter range signal as compared to latter one. (802.11a) has fast maximum speed, while so is not the case in 802.11b. Due to its higher cost, 802.11a is usually found on business networks, whereas 802.11b serves the home market better. Also, 802.11a has 54 Mbps speed and runs on 5 GHz spectrum, while 802.11b has 11 Mbps speed and runs on 24 GHz spectrum. Around 2002, 802.11g emerged. It attempts to combine the best of both 802.11a and 802.11b. 802.11g supports bandwidth up to 54 Mbps and it uses 2.4 GHz frequency for greater range.
The conclusion of our project is that 802.11g is the most popular Wi-Fi standard and it is widely used in homes and offices. We are in a great learning experience learning about the Wi-Fi standards and the technology that we use in everyday life.